In the dense, fog-shrouded forests of the Pacific Northwest, a lone hiker named Evan set out on what was meant to be a peaceful weekend trip. He had heard rumors of Bigfoot sightings in the area, but dismissed them as local folklore. The towering pines closed in around him as he ventured deeper into the wilderness, the only sounds being the crunch of leaves beneath his boots and the occasional rustle of wildlife. On the second night, Evan set up camp near a secluded clearing, far from any trails. As darkness fell, a strange unease settled over him. The forest, usually alive with night sounds, had gone deathly silent. Not even the wind stirred the trees. He brushed it off, attributing it to his overactive imagination, and crawled into his tent to sleep. Around midnight, a low, guttural growl echoed through the trees, so deep it reverberated through Evan's chest. His eyes snapped open, heart racing. He sat up, straining to hear through the fabric of his tent. The growl came again, closer this time, followed by heavy footfalls that sent tremors through the ground. Whatever it was massive. His mind raced. Bear? But the sound was unlike any bear he had ever heard. Summoning the courage to peek outside, Evan unzipped the tent just enough to see the firelight flickering. That's when he saw it, just beyond the edge of the clearing. A towering figure, at least 8 feet tall, was standing among the trees. It was covered in dark, matted hair, its broad shoulders hunched, and its eyes gleamed with an unnatural yellow glow as they reflected the dying firelight. It wasn't a bear. It was something else, something far worse. The creature took a step forward, and a low grunt filled the air. Evan's breath hitched as he realized the thing wasn't wandering, it was watching him. A long, muscular arm reached out, grasping a tree trunk with such force that the wood groaned. Evan scrambled back into his tent, his mind racing with terror. He grabbed the small knife he had packed, knowing it would do little good if the creature decided to come closer. The footsteps stopped, but the presence lingered. For hours, Evan sat, knife in hand, as the creature circled his camp, occasionally letting out a deep growl or snapping branches in the dark. He didn't dare move, paralyzed by the knowledge that something ancient, something primal, was hunting him. As dawn approached, the forest slowly came back to life. The birds began chirping again, and the eerie silence lifted. Evan cautiously emerged from his tent, shaken but unharmed. The clearing was empty, but deep, inhuman footprints surrounded his campsite, each one larger than a man's head. Trees were marked with claw-like scratches, and the scent of musky fur lingered in the air. Evan left the woods that morning and never returned. His encounter with the unknown forever burned into his memory. Locals say he was lucky. Most who cross paths with Bigfoot in those woods aren't seen again.